Welcome to the Beaverton's live coverage of the inauguration of President Donald Trump. Although the inauguration isn't until tomorrow, ceremonies have already begun, albeit on a rather somber note. Just a few moments ago, Mr. Trump and his new VP Mike Pence laid a wreath and observed a moment of silence at Arlington Cemetery. It was a poignant reminder to the new president of the sacrifices made by American soldiers, interrupted only by Trump's announcement of the opening of his new Trump brand cemetery and casino. Trump spoke to the assembled crowd, thanking the fallen soldiers and criticizing the failing Arlington management for not providing gold tombstones, jacuzzi caskets, or a $4,000 a night mausoleum penthouse suite, all of which were available at the new Trump Eternal Resort. Trump hastened to add that his use of a presidential event to promote his business did not constitute a conflict of interest, since he'd only licensed his name to the cemetery's true owners, the Kremlin. Donald Trump's inauguration has had trouble attracting A-list performers, but in a surprising move, legendary rock star Bruce Springsteen has agreed to play the Make America Great Again concert, at which point he'll be released. Early this morning, Springsteen was kidnapped from his New Jersey home and transported to the venue's green room. Despite being badly beaten, he initially refused to play the show until Mike Pence presented him with the severed pinky finger of E Street bandmate Stevie Van Zandt. Now the president-elect and his supporters will be able to see the boss play classic hits from inside a steel cage dangling from the ceiling. Reached for comment, bandmate, wife and fellow captive Patty Scalfer stated, "Bruce will cooperate, but because he hates Donald Trump so much, I can guarantee he will only play 5 encores instead of his usual 18. After a brutal 18-month campaign and a transition period marked by allegations of his connections to Russia, the only obstacle left in Donald Trump's path to the presidency is the 35-word-long presidential oath of office, a process which he has derailed by going off on a 23-minute tangent. The technically still president-elect's tangent, which began with, "I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, and I really do mean faithfully, I'm quite a faithful person, people don't know this about me, but I truly am," has since gone on to include topics as diverse as ISIS, whatever happened to car phones, why he would never pay someone to pee on him, but if he did, he would love it and it wouldn't be weird, why math is for Jews, which of his sons he thinks probably screws chicks the best, whose fault the Titanic was, and how many is in 100? The answer to which he says is, who can say? In another break from tradition, Trump's swearing in marks the first time that the presidential oath of office has been sworn on the June 1986 issue of Jugs magazine. While Donald Trump gives the first ever presidential inaugural address to include the use of the word cunt, a shocking development has taken place at the Lincoln Memorial. The statue of President Abraham Lincoln has come to life and begun to cry. Witnesses first saw a single tear run down the cheek of the 93-year-old monument. Then Lincoln began to violently shake before bolting upright, snapping his head towards the terrified tourists and demanding they explain to him what the fuck was going on. And the situation is not limited to Lincoln. Visitors to Mount Rushmore have reported hearing a soft moaning noise emanating from all 4 presidents. The Iwo Jima soldiers have finally let the flag fall to the ground, and across town here, the statue of Thomas Jefferson has reportedly sprung to life and is aggressively hitting on all the black women nearby. To be fair, that last one may not have anything to do with Trump. As Inauguration Day turns to Inauguration Dusk, dozens of balls will be held across DC to celebrate the event. New Vice President Mike Pence is particularly excited about these, as this will be his first opportunity to chaperone at the federal level. To ensure the minimal amount of funny business, Pence has published a list of prohibited behaviours that all ball attendees must avoid, including spiking the punch bowl, boy-girl dancing, boy-boy dancing, and of course being in possession of a vagina. Pence denied that he was using his new powers to police the bodies of grown men and women. However, he warned that anybody caught breaking these rules will be immediately placed in detention. Permanently.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody, and thank you, Tom. I'd like to congratulate our incredible entertainers tonight, Toby and Lee Greenwood, and all of the great talent. It was really very special. I also have to thank our incredible military talent right here. Thank you. Stand up, please. You guys were great. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this journey began 18 months ago. I had something to do with it, but you had much more to do with it than I did. I'm the messenger. I'm just the messenger. And we were tired, and I love you. Believe me, I love you. We all got tired of seeing what was happening. And we wanted change, but we wanted real change. And I look so forward to tomorrow. We're going to see something that is going to be so amazing. So many people have poured into Washington, D.C. This started out tonight being a small little concert. And then we had the idea, maybe we'll do it in front of the Lincoln Memorial. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but if it has, very seldom. And the people came by the thousands and thousands, and here we are tonight, all the way back. All the way back. So it's a movement that began. It's a movement that started. And it's a movement like we've never seen anywhere in the world, they say. There's never been a movement like this. And it's something very, very special. And we're going to unify our country. And our phrase, you all know it, half of you are wearing the hat, make America great again. But we're going to make America great for all of our people, everybody throughout our country. That includes the inner cities, that includes everybody. And we're going to do a special job. And I can only tell you that 18 months ago, we never knew. A lot of people didn't know. Some people had a feeling. A lot of people didn't give us much of a chance, but we understood what was happening. And that last month of the campaign, when I traveled around to every place that you can imagine, state after state after state, speech after speech, and we had 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people. There was never an empty seat, just like tonight. We didn't know if anybody would even come tonight. This hasn't been done before. And you look, it was the same way. And we all knew that last month of the campaign. I think a lot of us knew the first week of the campaign. But that last month of the campaign, we knew that something special was happening. And I can only tell you this. The polls started going up, 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 but they didn't want to give us credit because they forgot about a lot of us. On the campaign, I called it the forgotten man and the forgotten woman. Well, you're not forgotten anymore, that I can tell you. Not forgotten anymore. So I want to thank my great family, my incredible wife, Melania. They've been so supportive, and it wasn't easy for them, but they have been so supportive. I want to thank you most importantly, and I promise you that I will work so hard. We're going to get it turned around. We're going to bring our jobs back. We're not going to let other countries take our jobs any longer. We're going to build up our great military. We're going to build it up. We're going to strengthen our borders. We're going to do things that haven't been done for our country for many, many decades. It's going to change. I promise you, it's going to change. So, I'll see you tomorrow. And I don't care, frankly, if it's going to be beautiful or if it's going to rain like crazy. Makes no difference to me. I have a feeling it's going to be beautiful. But I will see you tomorrow, and I'm going to be cheering you on. You're going to cheer me on, but I'm going to be cheering you on because what we've done is so special. All over the world they're talking about it, all over the world. And I love you folks, and we're going to work together, and we are going to make America great again, and I'll add, greater than ever before. Thank you very much, and enjoy the fireworks. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
transfigures you and me. As he died to make men holy, let us die to make men free, while God is marching on.
The video from the National Mall EarthCam helps us understand how the inauguration attendance actually unfolded. A link to the EarthCam site is in the description box. This video is increased to 6 times normal speed. Keep your eye on the Jumbotron at the bottom of the screen to see the inaugural program is already underway, as hundreds of people arrive late to flock into position. Independent media reports that aggressive protesters intimidated the public and prevented access to the mall for a while. This probably explains the last-minute rush. Based on the Trump protests from multiple countries around the world the following day, we have to wonder if the global inauguration viewing numbers were actually far higher than reported by establishment media.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Did I get that one right, Tony?
Chief Justice Roberts, President Carter, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, fellow Americans, and people of the world, thank you. We, the citizens of America, are now joined in a great national effort to rebuild our country and restore its promise for all of our people. Together, we will determine the course of America and the world for many, many years to come. We will face challenges. We will confront hardships, but we will get the job done. Every 4 years, we gather on these steps to carry out the orderly and peaceful transfer of power. And we are grateful to President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama for their gracious aid throughout this transition. They have been magnificent. Thank you. Today's ceremony, however, has very special meaning, because today we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people. For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government while the people have borne the cost. Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth. Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. Their victories have not been your victories. Their triumphs have not been your triumphs. And while they celebrated in our nation's capital, there was little to celebrate for struggling families all across our land.